this is not the first time I'll have this most random, like, I'll call it a nightmare because it's about work, but like I had a dream about work where what I left work having put away and walked away from, and like it's Friday, at 4 a.m. was rehearsing in my brain as I wake up, and I'm like, where am I? I'm not in the office. Like, what the heck is going on? Why is this playing in my head?
Mm.
I mean, of all the things, my brain is like putting it in a box, I think. So anyway,
Yeah.
no bueno.
The fiat mines will slowly kill you. That's what they're designed for. Like extract maximum resources from the bot. You are the bot. You are the resource to be extracted from. So maximally committed to maximal drainage. Like they're just slowly sucking you dry until you end up a little husk at 65 or 70 and you go, I wish I would have spent more time with my kids.
The American dream.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like it's a preposterous thing. Either you are becoming a resource capturer or you are a resource to be captured. There's no in between. You don't get to be like a little bit of both. So um,
I'm going to
yeah.
retire and spend more time with my yacht.
Well, yeah,
Oh yeah, I do have kids too, but I leave them nothing.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's the beauty of Bitcoin, right? Is like that is the biggest, widest off ramp to being a resource that has ever been introduced to mankind. Like I say it over and over and over again. I was just on Gigi's podcast. It was awesome. He's a really super sweet guy. You should check it
Yeah.
out. He's My Bitcoin Story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super nice guy. Just a great person in person as well. But anyway, as I keep saying ad nauseum on these podcasts these days, is like, look, man, there's a resource capture game and we're all resources. And until you either become a resource or until you become a resource capturer or you don't, is how you determine the trajectory of your life. Bitcoin is a resource you can capture right now just for trading in some Uncle Sam cuck bucks, and you can just have valuable property that no one can take from you. Like why people don't do this is just astonishing to me, because I think that it's literally like they're just comfortable chickens. They go, well, this coop isn't so bad. I can just sit here and eat my feed and have the farmer come around and pat me on the head once in a while. I mean, yeah, he's gonna chop my head off and take my boobs for somebody's dinner, and you're gonna suck the eggs out of me with a machine. But I'm pretty comfortable in the meantime. Peck, 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 peck. It's like, hey, dude, if that chicken just someone said, hey, there's a free range right over here and you can own it and no farmer can ever come and get you on it, you go, oh, I don't want that. I just want to sit here and peck, 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 peck. Like what? Like how?
And so the
God.
AI, or say the harvesters, should say, hey, every chicken has a choice. Yeah, you can leave. You are welcome to leave, but right here, for those who choose to stay, you can stay. Oh, see? Hey, see, 90% of chickens choose to stay. It's all fine. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
good.
mean, that's the herd mentality. Like, look, I get it, right? Like, just historically speaking, from a human standpoint, standing out from the tribe, standing out from the group is a bad idea, because that's the guy that gets eaten by the lion. He goes, I don't know about this lion. He doesn't look so bad. I'm going to walk up and see what the lion wants. Oh, everybody learns real quick. Like, oh, yeah, you don't want to stand out. You want to stay in the pack, right? That's a group survival technique that is now co-opted and manipulated by people today to extract more resources from you. So
And
you have to have the ability to stand out, which is uncomfortable for most.
yeah, that Gigi's podcast, Your Bitcoin Story, yours was great. Great. I mean, I recommend people listen to it because it encompassed a lot of things, amongst which he brought up this thing about the fourth turning, and you described your views on that and kind of where we're at, perhaps. And the thread you made or connected it one way or another was people today. It's very much about comfort. We want our comfort, and I mean, intelligent, um, Homo sapiens that we are. It's like always taking the shortcut, looking for the shortcut, doing the easier thing. Oh, I don't have to do all that when I can do this. Okay. So we seek comfort. Now, as a species, we're so comfortable, as we complain, that, yeah, car breaks down in the Alaska wilderness or whatever, you don't have your phone, like huge panic versus, like you described, a number of people on the planet who are a little more intimately related with the earth from which they arose.
Mhm.
And we can all still, get there or get back there perhaps in our own way variously. But the chickens who over, call it 1,000 years, but probably like an easy 150, 200 years of feed and playpen and go to roost tucked in at night. They have evolved into a different creature versus the bird that flew a little bit more and ran a little bit faster and hid a little bit better and didn't have to have the food right in front of them every day. As a species, I wonder about, people themselves evolving into a comfortable, domesticated animal. It's
Yeah.
who wrote that book, the Eloy and the Morlock time machine.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, random thing.
Well, no, but I mean, like, I think you're spot on, dude. Like, well, have you ever seen a factory farm for a chicken, like a chicken factory farm, like the ones where they're held in a cage and they don't move and they get shot up with antibiotics and all this stuff to make their meat swell up and all this kind of stuff. That is what I would equate the Western world to today, right now. Like, people go, "Oh, I'm like a free range chicken in America." No, you're a factory farm chicken in America, like 100%. There's a reason why 40% of the population is obese, 60% is overweight. That's exactly like the chickens in the factory farm. So, the beauty, I should say, the stark difference between factory farmed humans and factory farmed chickens is, like, the chicken doesn't know how to fix that problem. Like, if you took a factory farm chicken out of its coop where it hasn't even supported its own weight on its own legs for the last 3 months or whatever, and then you go, "Hey, you're free," that thing dies like in days, if not hours. Like, it's going to be dead soon. It can't even walk. It's just waddling around waiting to get predated upon.
Yeah, overnight.
And that is my analogy for the guy who, like, if your plane goes down in the Alaskan wilderness and you got to walk your way out, like, you're the big fat chicken that can't support his own weight. So I'm not saying you personally, but I'm saying most, like, if
what
you're
are you saying?
yeah, fatso.
I could make it. I could make it. I'm a survivalist.
Are you?
And well, no, I've studied a lot of things.
Well, I mean, I can say, what's your first priority if you crash landed in the Alaskan wilderness? Priority one.
It could depend on the weather occurring at the moment. Some say shelter. Others can say generally, where's your water? So
yeah, well, that's point one, point two. The funny thing I see is, like, all these survival shows go, "I got to go figure out where to get food. Oh, I can eat this bug." I mean, they do it for shock value. Like, "Oh my God, I'm going to eat a larva. I'm going to eat a man." I was like, yeah, but the last thing in the world you need to worry about is food.
Yeah.
So, like water, like, can you get a clean source of water? Because you're dead in a day or two without it. So
yeah, depending on, are you wet and what's the weather? It could be shelter, but it's often water.
Well, it's within 1 or 2 days, it's going to be water. I mean, if you have an immediate shelter concern, like, you need to shore that up super fast because you freeze to death in an hour or two, right? So, yeah, but that's spot on. I would argue probably 60, 70, 80% of the people on planet Earth don't know that. Or I shouldn't say planet Earth. I should say 60, 70, 80% of the people who live in the United States and Europe don't get that.
You're going to be hungry by noon. So,
yeah. I got hungry. I'm uncomfortable because I don't have a Snickers bar in my belly right now. My blood sugar's low, so I'm angry. Yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever, dude. You're gonna die. Like, so that's the factory farm chicken getting released in the wild. If you got a free range chicken, they do a little bit better. Like, if you took a free range chicken, the ones that's out, like, pecking in an actual yard and doing things and eating worms and all that kind of stuff, and they're lean and they're not some big bloated, thing that's been stuck in a wire cage for with the only thing it can move is its head, then that chicken's going to do a lot better if you set it free, quote unquote. You go, here you go, you're free. It's going to go, okay, I kind of get what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So yeah, let's go, but that's like the Amish, right? Or that's like, and then you've got the wild birds, right? The ones that are just out living in the wild. You go, those things do great in the wild because that's where they are. But that's like the Hazda tribe, and that's like all those like Amazonian tribes and stuff like that. They're like connected to the earth. They live in the earth. But if you compare their like athletic ability, their cardiovascular conditioning, their metabolism, their gut microbiome compared to like a Western European or an American, you go, yeah, they're a completely different species, dude. You are never going to compete with those guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they will run circles. You could drop them in the Alaskan wilderness, they're going to be fine. Like they won't even. They go, oh, this is kind of nice around here. Oh, I can eat this thing instead of this thing. That's kind of cool. And oh, I'm going to whack this thing. And oh, I'm a little cold. I'm going to just do this real quick. Oh, I need some water. I can just dig this little pit and do this, and I got some water. And they can go for like a way longer time with way less water because they're accustomed to it and they're used to it and their body's adapted to it. None of those things are true for anybody in the United States or anybody in Western Europe. Even the survivalist guys are like, oh yeah, I go out 2 weeks every year. I go out and live off the land. Yeah, well, try it for the last 30 years since you were a baby. And then you might be in the same condition as somebody who actually does that shit for a living, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and when you think about, I mean, I want to say it was, you know, it's not that long ago, but, you know, in recent American history, the Apache or the Navajo or the, you know, the actual indigenous cavalry chasing after him down in your neck of the woods. We're talking like kids, families, people who disappeared and just knew where the shit was and or you know, water, and could lay low, dig a hole. Yeah, talk about indigenous.
Yeah. Well, that's,
So,
you know, like that's actually being human. That's what it means
yeah,
to be a human being, right? What we are farmed animals. There's a difference between a wild animal and a farmed animal. All of us are farmed animals, and I think that's an uncomfortable position for people. Like, I don't think many people can look in the mirror and go, "Oh my God, I'm just a farmed animal." Like, I'm no different than a pig in a pen, right? I think that especially in the West, especially in the United States, like just the idea of going like, "Oh, I don't really have all this free will and free choice and all this kind of stuff. I'm basically just cattle. I'm a chicken. I'm a pig. I'm a thing that people are taking from, and that's all I'm good for right now." So, you know, that's why the Bitcoin journey is so fun, because they can at least start to wake up from that. And if you watch the Bitcoiners, like by and large, the people that are full on into Bitcoin, they're not fat slouches that are sitting around. Like, you know, core devs aside, or just developers
right.
in general aside. I've met some of these people in person. I was like, you are right at the survival threshold. Like, you do not understand how close you are to dying right now, because you are a pathetic excuse for a human being.
Well,
Like physically, I mean, mentally, they're,
physically, yes.
yeah, robust, very robust mentally, but physically, these are useless human beings. Like, they are the people that, like, you go, hey, can you just hand me that brick? And they go, it's so heavy. It's a brick, dude. Like, are you kidding right now? They can't change a tire. They can't do a pull up. They can't do a push up. They certainly couldn't walk 20 miles, let alone 5. And if they did walk 5, they'd have blisters for 2 weeks, and they couldn't withstand that, you know? So it's like, these are not rugged individuals. But
Yeah,
what I would say is, like, the vast majority of Bitcoiners I see start becoming more rugged individuals. They might still be factory farmed animals, but they're at least kind of like taking care of what they're like. They're looking around the factory farm going like, oh, maybe I shouldn't act like the rest of these farmed animals. Maybe I should start doing things to make it so if I can get out of this fucking place, I won't get killed right away. And I think that's a neat sort of byproduct of becoming a Bitcoiner. Is like before I was full on into Bitcoin, you go, hey, could you do 100 burpees in a row right now? I go, what? I'd be lucky if I could do 10, dude. What are you talking about? Today, right now, as an old man, I can bust out 100 burpees, no problem. Like, just sit there and crank them out. I'm still nowhere near like somebody in the Hazda tribe. I'm still nowhere near like a native from, you know, the 1700s or 1600s. Not even close. Those guys would run circles around me. But compared to my other farmed animals, like,
you could start a fight club.
close.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you've been doing that for a good while now, and it
2 years.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
I honestly, it does. It's a change, and Bitcoin has hardened me the fuck up as well. I don't know if you know. No,
You rock solid.
it has in ways. What's funny is that I online interacting with lots of the hardcore Bitcoiners. And man, the price, sometimes there's just it's an easy narrative, but it's the speculation or the pontification about the price.
Oh yeah.
And
We love it. Can't
I
get enough.
get it. I get it because it's signaling and symbolic, and it indicates things. And if it were to moon, I'd be like, well, that's not insignificant. That changes some things. But man, so when I look at the graph, so past year's graph, and it's like it crushed by like 5% or 6%,
Yeah,
up or down. It kind of be like, oh, okay, or
whatever.
okay.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing.
some of the speculation I see online sometimes about, oh, what is happening? I'm like, okay, how long ago was it that it was like 100, and so we're up 15% in months?
Right.
What are we talking about?
Nonsense. It's always nonsense, dude. Like I really love when the Bitcoin Twitter people get on and go, oh, these clickbait people. I'm like, are you posting on Twitter? Yeah, then you're fucking clickbaiting 100%. You're throwing your bait in the water just like everybody else. So anybody that's like, oh, I don't like these clickbait titles, it's like, yeah, you do, because you're posting them every day, right?
I
Like,
keep doing that today. Shake out the fiat bros. I'm
yeah,
like,
shake out the free out bros. That is clickbait, right? Like
yes,
you're
exactly.
trying to bait somebody
It
to watch
is.
this thing, right? So like let's stop trying to pretend like we're above it all or something like that.
No,
Like,
I
are
yeah.
you going for the attention economy?
Yep.
Yeah, well then you're fucking baiting people. So
Yep.
let me just stop baiting all these people.
You are a master baiter.
Yeah, I am clearly a masturbator right now. We are all masturbators. I don't think I'm a very good baiter. I think I'm a
I am
minor baiter.
honestly not. So when I'm on X,
I'm
well,
like an
social
amateur
media,
baiter.
yeah, excavator. I think lots of things as I scroll. I mean, my brain, I'll be whether I'm learning or just sort of evaluating the angle and whatever. I mean, I can think a lot about it. It's really dopamine. And so I'll be scrolling and learning and blah blah blah. And maybe it's a matter of my time or the fact that, oh no, I actually have a job and a family and other things, but I'll make some time for this. I like think way too hard about replies. And then I'll just stop and be like, what am I doing? Like it for me, I'm not qualified enough to be really intelligently deliberate about it. So then it's like, if I don't have something good to say quickly, and I often don't, I scroll
Yeah.
because everything else is too much time for me. What trying to get someone's attention, and then that's just not my nature, I think. But
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to be quippy, dude. Like I remember talking to Robin early on. He's like, he was saying like, man, I spent a lot of time trying to craft these tweets, and like, and there's an art and a science to it, right? Like, it's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna say some random shit. Well, because like, I did that for the first year or two on Twitter, and I got to exactly zero. I was a not a baiter, like, um, so but even just replying to people and being it's but like people go like they'll watch a stand-up comedian, they go, oh, this guy's so funny, but when they meet him in person they'll say, hey, do something funny, and the guy's just like, what? Like, that's not how this works, dude. Like, it's not just like,
hey, you're funny. Hey, yeah. Hey, tell us a joke.
do something funny, do
Uh,
something funny.
hey,
But
you're
that,
funny. Do something funny, funny guy.
right. Well, the reason why they're funny is because they went up there and they bombed, and then they found something that worked, and then they refined that, and then they bombed again and found something else. And after they bombed like 500 times, they've got enough funny stuff to cobble together a 10-minute set, right? And so, but that's the research that goes into being a comedian, right? And it's very easy path to follow. You can just go to any comedy club in the world and watch shitty comedians, the ones that stick with it for 5 years and can tolerate being booed and laughed at and just silence and falling flat on their face. Eventually will get to a place where they might get some funny material put together. Most of them don't have the uh, self confidence to maintain that path. But if you watch the really successful ones, like Jerry Seinfeld, he says to this day, he has a calendar, a word a day calendar, or a big daily, whatever, those big fat calendars where you can put little notes in the thing. It says every single day I write a joke and I put it in that thing. And I cross off a thing on my board. And he said, and I've been doing that for 20 years. You go, so that guy has written thousands and thousands of jokes. You go, how many of those do you actually put in your act? Oh, about 30. Oh, okay. So that's what it takes. That's the proof of work. You want to be good at Twitter, you got to do the same thing. You got to put in your fucking X's on your little boxes, and you got to go, oh, that didn't work. This was this, and most people
Yeah.
won't do that, right? So,
I've posted stuff I thought was witty, and then I was like, or I overthink it too. but I'm just not good at it.
Thank you for watching this video. This is just a short clip from our full episode. So if you'd like to enjoy more entertaining wisdom found in our podcasts in their full context, just click a link in the corner. We are always sharing our big ideas on Bitcoin Liberty Live.